Time now for sports, and to begin with, the Ghana Football Association GFA President Kwesi Nyantakyi has said Ghana Premier League clubs that prevent television coverage of their matches will from next season suffer points deduction. Nyantakyi made this known on the final day of the GFA's three-day summit held in Cape Coast to strategize and find a way forward for Ghana football. According to Nyantakyi, his outfit is committed to protecting the rights of sponsors, and so any club that goes contrary to the rules by preventing television rights holders from covering their matches live shall forfeit the points for that particular game.
You recall during the immediately preceding season, there were cases in which sponsors like StarTimes were prevented or obstructed from discharging their responsibilities. We're proposing very stiff sanctions for that. And the stiffest sanction that a club will suffer is usually the forfeiture of a match. And so if we prevent a sponsor from covering a match, you lose the match, you lose the points. We will not even waste our time ensuring that the match takes place. We are also going to propose to Congress to consider the introduction of a sole judge or a single judge in exceptional circumstances in order to contribute to an expeditious hearing of cases before our judicial bodies. And then we are also concerned about delays of cases at our judicial body. So we are going to review the processes for filing of cases. At the moment, you file a statement of case, a defense, and a reply. We are reviewing it to make room for only a case and a defense. There will be no requirement of a reply. And then the days for filing cases has been 3 working days. We are reducing it to 2 days. And that will reduce the time for adjudication of cases before the GFA.
We'll stay in Cape Coast where the GFA summit is taking place because in an attempt to keep juvenile football at a galloping pace, the Ghana Football Association has proposed that all Premier League clubs must have an under-17 side for the 2018-2019 season. This proposal is subject to the approval of the GFA Congress set for January 2018. The Executive Committee of the Ghana FA came up with this proposal after a 3-day football summit held in the Central Regional Capital, Cape Coast, to brainstorm for the way forward for Ghana football.
We've also looked at youth football. Taking the decision that players from the under 15 championships will form the basis for our next under 17 national teams. We've taken the decision also that to consult with GALCA that we need to channel some funds to youth football so that we can get them to play more competitions that will play frontal roles for people not only to see but to feel that there are changes. Then we've also decided that as per the club licensing regulations, every Premier League club must have an under-17 team that participates in a codes competition. And that means that this codes competition will ensure that talents are honed. And from this also, we want to ensure that the players from that competition are also promoted to the top teams. And it will be a mandatory requirement within this system.
Let's talk boxing now. And African boxing great Azumah Nelson has expressed displeasure at the current state of the country's boxing, laying the blame at the doorstep of the coaches. The former WBC super featherweight champion is bent on bringing a world-class boxer as he prepares his own son Azumah Jr. to carry on from where he left off. The story about Ghana's poor form to win a world title again has not gone down well with the two-time featherweight world champion. Azumah Nelson, who is a role model to many boxers in the country.